Am I the asshole for telling my parents that I won't be coming home for the holidays anymore? So I, 33am, and here's what happened. This year's holiday season is shaping up to be the most frustrating one yet. My parents, Lance and Jada, have been on my case for years about how much they're spending on me when I come home. They always go over budget, often by $1,000 or more, just because I like a few extra things like a new gaming PC or some nice clothes. I told them last year that it was okay with me if we cut back on the gift giving and expenses, but they insisted on treating me to the usual extravaganza. They said something about making memories and showing love, which I get, but come on, I'm a 33-year-old man living my own life, not some kid who still needs his parents to foot the bill. This year's conversation was particularly heated. Lance said, "We're not trying to break the bank, we just want to make sure you have a good time when you're home." But Jada jumped in and said, "And what about all the times you've complained about us spoiling you? Now it's your turn to be responsible." I told them that I appreciate their generosity, but I'm not some freeloading entitlement kid who expects handouts. I offered to contribute more of my own money or help with expenses in other ways, but they just wouldn't budge. The final straw was when Lance said, "Fine, if you don't want to spend the holiday with us, that's your choice." But Jada chimed in and said, "We'll be happy to have Seth come home next year, even if it means we have to pay for everything ourselves." I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. They're not just being unreasonable, they're being hurtful. And now I'm starting to think that maybe I was better off without them when I was younger. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for removing Fiona from our family group chat after she sent a text saying she was sick of everyone's drama and just wanted some peace? So I, 28F, and here's what happened. My brother Grayson and my cousins, Jasper and his wife Emily, are all in the same generation as me, so we've always been close. We have this group chat where we mostly share funny memes and make plans for family gatherings. It's not super serious, but it's a good way to stay in touch. Lately, though, things had gotten pretty heated between Fiona and Grayson over some stuff about our parents' divorce. I'd tried to intervene whenever they got into a fight, but it seemed like every time we tried to resolve the issue, it just escalated further. The other day, it all came to a head when Grayson sent a text saying he was done with Fiona and didn't want her around anymore. That was it for me, I couldn't handle the drama. I told everyone that if they wanted to keep talking about their issues in the group chat, then we should just have a separate thread for that. But Fiona got upset because she felt like I was choosing sides and not allowing her a place at the table. Jasper and Emily chimed in on my side, saying it was a good call since the other thread quickly devolved into name-calling. Emily even sent me a text saying she thought Grayson's behavior was totally unacceptable. Fiona responded by saying I was being unfair and that we should have grown up enough to handle our issues without taking out our frustrations on each other. She also said if I was so against her, then maybe I shouldn't be in the group chat at all. Jasper and Emily just kind of sat back and let Fiona vent, but Grayson actually got pretty defensive and started making snide comments about me. I eventually had to block Fiona from the group because she was getting too aggressive, but not before we'd already made a mess out of it. Now, everyone's upset with me for removing her. Jasper says I'm being too strict, while Grayson says I'm not allowing him to have his voice heard. My mom just keeps saying that I should try to be more understanding and that we're all just trying to navigate our differences. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for leaving a party early after accusing Indigo of being drunk and refusing to get me a drink when Ezra was being loud? So I left a party early after something happened at the end of the night. We had all been out celebrating Finn's birthday, which his friend had paid for in full, $200 for drinks alone. Anyway, it got late and everyone started getting tired. Indigo, who had been drinking heavily throughout the night, was being loud and rowdy, singing along to a music video on Ezra's phone that was blasting at 10 p.m. I tried to talk to them about how annoying they were being, but Indigo just laughed and said, "Relax, we're having fun." I told them that I wasn't there for their party, and when they offered me another drink, I refused. Ezra, who had been quiet until then, jumped in on my side and started arguing with Indigo. He said something about how I was being a party pooper and that I didn't understand the importance of letting loose. Indigo got defensive and said that Ezra was always like this when people disagreed with him. I stood firm, saying that I wasn't going to engage in an argument at 11 p.m. on someone else's birthday. That's when things escalated. Ezra started shouting insults at me, and Indigo began making snide comments about my age and my taste in music. I'd had enough. I got up from the couch, grabbed my jacket, and told them that I was out of there. I apologized to Finn for leaving early, but he just smiled and said, "Don't worry about it." As soon as I left, Ezra came over to me and started yelling at me some more. Indigo walked over a few minutes later and told me that I was an ungrateful guest and that I should have just stayed and had a good time like everyone else. Now they're both mad at me, and I'm starting to regret standing up for myself. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole for getting mad at my mom when she shows up uninvited and starts leaving baby foods on my doorstep that I specifically told her I didn't want for my baby Callie? So I, 34F, and here's what happened. My mom is super hands-on with our new baby, which I get. It's nice to have family around, right? But sometimes I feel like she forgets that I'm the one who's supposed to be doing all the parenting stuff. Like, this morning, I was getting ready for work when I opened my front door to find a box of applesauce from baby food brand Hector's Delights on our porch. I had explicitly told her over the phone like 3 times that I only wanted the Organic Delight brand for Callie. Hector's is some weird sounding stuff that I've never even tried, let alone bought. I was taken aback, to say the least. Not just because of the food itself, although, seriously, who gets sent applesauce in the mail, but also because my mom knows I'm a tight budgeter and I don't need or want any extra expenses on top of diapers and formula. So I called her out on it. I told her that she should have asked me before buying anything for Callie's food, and that this was just going to add up to more unnecessary spending. My mom got defensive, saying that I'm being too controlling and that she just wants what's best for our baby. But honestly, I feel like I've done my part to make sure Callie is well-fed and happy. It's her job as a grandma to support me, not the other way around. This isn't the first time this has happened with my mom. We had a similar fight over jars of pears from brand Kira's Kitchen last month. It feels like she just can't take no for an answer, and it's starting to feel really frustrating. Am I the asshole?